Who is Allah? To answer this really important question, I compiled some of the most important verses in the Qur'an in which Allah Almighty defined Himself by Himself. And I will go chronologically according to the order of the Qur'an. And Bismillah, we start. We first find who is Allah in Surah Al-Fatiha, which is the surah we find in the very beginning of the Qur'an. He describes himself in verses 1 to 4. In the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful, praise be to Allah, Lord of the worlds, the most gracious, the most merciful, master of the day of judgment. And right after Surah Al-Fatiha, we find Surah Al-Baqarah, and in it there is this most famous and most beautiful verse of the Qur'an, which is called Ayat al-Kursi, the verse of the Kursi. Allah, there is no deity except Him, the ever-living, the sustainer of all existence. Neither drowsiness overtakes Him, nor sleep. To Him belongs whatever is in heavens and whatever is on the earth. Who is that can intercede with Him except by His permission? Who knows what is presently before them and what will be after them? And they encompass not a thing of His knowledge except for what He wills. His kursi extends over the heavens and the earth, and their preservation tires Him not. And He is the Most High, the Most Great. Then we find Him in Surah Al-An'am in verses 101, 102, and 103. He is the originator of the heavens and the earth. How could He have a son when He doesn't have a companion, and He created all things? And He is of all things knowing. That's Allah, your Lord. There is no deity except Him, the creator of all things. So worship Him, and He is disposer of all things. Vision perceives Him not, but He perceives all vision, and He is the subtle, the acquainted. And going through the surahs of the Qur'an, we have to stop in Surah An-Nur, and especially in verse 35, in which we find Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. The example of His light is like a niche within which is a lamp. The lamp is within glass, as if it were a pearly white star lit from the oil of a blessed olive tree. Neither of the east nor of the west, whose oil would almost glow even if untouched by fire. Light upon light, Allah guides to His light who He wills, and Allah presents examples for the people, and Allah is knowing of all things. Then in Surah Yasin, in verses 81, 82 and 83. Is not He who created the heavens and the earth able to create the likes of them? Yes, and He is the knowing creator. His command is only when He intends a thing that He says to it be, and it is. So exalted is He in whose hand is the realm of all things, and to Him you will be returned. And in Surah Al-Hadid, in verses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, we have, whatever is in the heavens and earth exalts Allah, and He is the exalted in might, the wise. His is the dominion of the heavens and earth. He gives life and causes death, and He is over all things competent. He is the first and the last, the ascendant and the intimate, and he is of all things knowing. It is he who created the heavens and earth in 6 days, and then established himself above the throne. He knows what penetrates into the earth and what emerges from it, and what descends from the heaven and what ascends therein, and he is with you wherever you are, and Allah of what you do is seeing. His is the dominion of the heavens and earth, and to Allah are returned all matters. He causes the night to enter the day, and causes the day to enter the night, and he is knowing of what within the breasts. And in Surah Al-Hashr, in verses 22, 23, and 24, he is Allah, other than whom there is no deity, the sovereign, the pure, the perfection, the bestower of faith, the overseer, the exalted in might, the compeller, the superior. Exalted is Allah above whatever they associate with him. He is Allah, the creator, the inventor, the fashioner. To him belong the best names. Whatever is in the heavens and earth is exalting him, and he is the exalted in might, the wise. In Al-Buruj, in verses 13, 14, 15 and 16, indeed, it is he who originates and repeats, and he is the forgiving, the affectionate, honorable owner of the throne, effector of what he intends. And by the end of the Qur'an, the very last surah of the Qur'an, which is called Al-Ikhlas, we find one of the best definitions of Allah. Say, He is Allah, who is one, Allah, the eternal refuge. He neither begets nor is born, nor is there to him any equivalent. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. Finally, I am sure that these verses give a very ample, clear idea about who Allah is. Allah Almighty, the most gracious, the most merciful. May He be satisfied with us. Allahumma ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.